Hi everybody, welcome to Interval Training. Thank you so much for joining us either today if you are with us live or in the future if you are watching this video. Thanks so much for choosing to join us. Before we get started, if you guys don't already have these things around you, go ahead and grab some water and just have it nearby. And if you have a towel, a mat, or anything else that you can lay out on the floors for when we are doing groundwork, go ahead and grab that as well, but it is not required. If this is your first time in interval training, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. My name is Brie, and I'm going to be the instructor that's taking you through the workout today. A couple things I always like to let my classes know is first things first, this class is for you. It's not for anybody else, so you need to work at what your body is telling you feels good today. If I give an option and you're like, Brie, this doesn't feel too good for me today, I'm going to give you different options to make sure you're choosing the one that is best for your body. The second thing is to make sure you listen to your body before you listen to me. So if I say we're going in 3 seconds and you need a couple extra seconds to grab some water, maybe catch your breath, that's what I need you to do because that is what your body needs. So always listen to your body before you listen to me. And last thing before we get started is I want you to make sure you are moving the entire class. So even if you do have to grab a quick drink of water or anything like that, make sure you're walking around. You're not just sitting on the floor, sitting on the couch, sitting wherever, so that we don't let our heart rate drop too quickly, okay? Let's go ahead and start with a warm-up. So we're gonna start top to bottom. So go ahead and give me some neck rolls to the left and to the right. Beautiful. Couple things as we go through class today. I first want you to make sure you're paying attention to your spine and you're keeping your belly button sucked in to your spine. That's gonna help us prevent low back injury and keep us in good posture for our entire class. Go ahead and give me some big shoulder rolls to the front, getting up to your ears as high as you can and all the way back down. Good. What you can expect from class today is a combination of cardio and strength movements. Go ahead and roll those shoulders to the back. We're going to be working in intervals of 40 seconds of work with 20 seconds of rest. We're going to go through 3 different circuits. We're going to have 3 movements and we're going to go through each circuit twice. If I lost you, don't worry. I will make sure you're with me for the entire class. Go ahead and open those hands out, small circles to the front, warming up those shoulders. Go ahead and make them a little bit bigger. Good, and then all the way around. Nice. All right, to the back, same thing, nice small circles. A little bit bigger. And all the way to the back. All right, go ahead and spread those feet out. Hands on your hips. We're gonna do some big hip circles here. Good, just seeing what feels good in our body, what might feel a little bit tight. Go ahead and switch directions. Good, one more big circle here. All right, next thing I want you to do, we're gonna alternate feet. So heel's gonna be on the floor, toes up to the ceiling. We're just gonna reach down, putting our hands next to our feet, and we're gonna switch feet, stretching out our hamstrings or the back of our legs. Good, go ahead and give me one more on each side. All right, and then we're gonna switch to just marching butt kicks. So bringing our heel up to our butt, seeing how our ankles and knees feel. Good, go ahead and give me 3 more. And if you're ready, we're gonna go into a nice, easy run with butt kicks. If you felt good at that march, stay at that march. Good, just seeing how this impact is feeling before we get into our first circuit. Good, go ahead and bring it back down. We're gonna bring our knees to the front now, so just go ahead and bring your knees into a nice high march. Good, this is where we can pay attention to our posture. So are we slouched over or do we have a nice proud chest? Good, go ahead and give me 2 more. And if you're ready, let's go into a nice easy high knee. Good, in 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. All right. We should be feeling warm, should be ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into our first circuit. Our first movement that we're gonna see today is called a frog jump. So hands are gonna be up over our head. We're gonna reach down into a nice low squat, and then we're gonna explode up into a jump, okay? If you're like, Brie, ankles and knees aren't feeling good for a jump today, we're gonna do the exact same thing, but when we come up, we're just gonna come into a calf raise, okay? That's gonna be our first movement. Our second movement, we're gonna be standing up nice and tall. We're just doing side to side hops in our spot. Again, if that's not feeling good, we can do big knees, moving side to side. Okay, that's movement number 2. And then movement number 3, we're gonna be in a sumo squat. So We're gonna put our feet a little bit outside of our shoulders. We're gonna point our toes to the opposite corner of the room, and we're gonna sink nice and low into this squat, okay? If you're like, Brie, I wanna add a little bit more to that movement, we're gonna do this squat, and then we're gonna lift up one calf at a time, and then come back up, okay? Those are our first 3 movements. We're gonna start with that frog jump. If you're confused, don't worry, I'll help you out. But we're starting with that first frog jump in 3, 2, 1, and go. So up to the ceiling. Good, and we reach nice and tall. Add that hop if you're feeling good. All right, we're already moving in this first circuit. Good, we're halfway through that round. Now I know you guys can see a timer above my head. You don't have to worry about watching that. I have a timer in front of me, so I will let you know where we are at in each one of our rounds. And 3, 2, 1, and shake those legs out. All right, you've got 20 seconds, so every time we have a break, if you need water, grab it. If not, make sure you're standing up, walking around a little bit. Like I said, not stopping that heart rate. Move number 2 is gonna be these side-to-side hops, or marching sideways with big knees, and we're moving in 3, 2, 1, and go. Good, so just keeping those feet moving. We can stay here, or nice big knees to the side. Good, pick whichever option you would like for this round. And don't forget, if you start with one option and you want to try a different one, you're more than welcome to. You're not stuck in that same option you started with. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and shake those legs out. All right, going to that third movement. Feet are nice and wide. I'm gonna point my toes out to the opposite sides of the room. I'm gonna sink nice and low into that squat. And if I want, I can add that calf raise at the bottom. Whatever feels good. We're gonna move in 3, 2, 1, and go. Sink nice and low into that squat and pop back up. Good. We can take these at whatever pace we would like. So if we want to slow it down, getting some more time under tension, we can do that. Good, don't forget, we can add in that calf raise. Good, so you're probably feeling your heart starting to slow down. We went from 2 pretty high cardio movements. We're now doing more of a strength movement. So we're using this time to recover our breath. In 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, shake those legs out. We're gonna start from the top with that frog jump. So now that we've already seen all these movements, we know what they feel like. So in round number 2, if something was too easy, let's pick up the pace a little bit. If we felt like maybe it was a bit too challenging, pick an option that works for you. We are going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Starting with those frog jumps. There you go, looking good, looking good. Good. We got 30 minutes. We want to make sure we are getting the most out of our 30 minutes today. Good. Reaching nice and tall in these frog jumps. Last 10 seconds here. And 3, 2, 1, and shake them out. I know those legs are starting to feel, I call it juicy. When they start to feel sore, I call them juicy legs. So they might be starting to feel a little juicy. We can finish these last 2 rounds strong though. Don't forget, our next one is going to be that side-to-side jump or march option. And we're moving in 3, 2, 1, and go. Good, so if we chose that 2-foot hop, we're trying to move those feet as quickly as we can. If you're in this march option with me, we're trying to make sure as soon as we feel that toe touch the ground, we go back to the other direction. Good. We got 10 seconds, let's pick up this pace if we can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake those legs out. Let's slow our breathing down. We've got one more. Going back to those sumo squats. How are your legs feeling? I do feel a little juicy, but we're gonna finish strong here. So go ahead, toes to the opposite side of the room. We're moving in 3, 2, 1, and go. Let's get nice and low in this sumo squat. Maybe add in that calf raise, see how it feels. If you're like, Brie, it's still too easy, why don't you try lifting both heels at the same time? So double calf raise, we had that option as well. You stick with what feels good for you today. There you go, get nice and low, nice and low. Good, stand up tall. Keeping that chest nice and proud. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake those legs out, grab some water. I'm gonna go ahead and explain circuit number 2. So we are gonna be on the floor for the next one. So if you didn't have a chance to grab a mat or a towel or anything, go ahead and do that now. If you're good without it, works for me. First move we're gonna see today is a push-up. So we're gonna put our hands just under our shoulders. We have the option of being on our hands, knees, and toes, hands and knees, or hands and toes for our push-up. So we're going down, nice flat back, and then pushing straight back up. Okay, that's our goal. Again, we have this option here, whichever one feels good for you. For our second one, we're gonna stay belly down on our mat. So we're gonna put our hands out in front of us, feet out behind us, and we're gonna do what are called top half Supermans. So I'm just gonna lift my chest up off the ground for the entire round, okay? That's gonna be number 2. And then our third one is gonna be called a rocking plank. So we're gonna be in this low plank position. We can choose just to hold our plank here, or we can push forward on our toes and add a little bit of movement to our plank. It is up to you and what feels good for you. Those are gonna be our 3. So go ahead and get on your mat with me. We're starting with push-ups in 3, 2, 1, and go. So all the way down to the ground in one straight line, and then we're gonna push up. We're gonna exhale on the way up. We exhale on the harder part of our motion. We're giving our lower body a break for this round. Good, good, good. Stay moving. Don't forget, if we started on hands and toes and it's starting to get a little tough, we can go to our hands and knees. We've got 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, grab a quick drink of water. Our next round, we're gonna be on our stomach, so you don't have to go too far. If you're ready, go ahead and meet me lying down. Feet are straight out behind us. Now don't forget, our feet are glued to the floor, so they're not moving. We're just gonna lift up our upper body in 3, 2, 1, and go. Chest off the ground. Beautiful. Good. If you guys want to make this a little bit more challenging, instead of going up and down, you can just hold that top position for the whole time. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we've got a 20-second break. Grab some water if you need it. Again, we're not going too far, so you don't have to move around all crazy. We're gonna go to either that low plank hold or that rocking plank. So go ahead and get in position with me. We're moving in 3, 2, 1, and go. Good, we're up here, and we're just adding a little bit of movement. Rocking back and forth, pushing with our toes. Good, if we need a quick break, we can pop up to our knees and then pop back up to that low plank. One thing I want you to pay attention to is we're not holding our hands in front of us. That takes a lot of pressure off of our core, which is what we're trying to work. So hands are flat on the mat. We've got 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, grab some water. We're starting again from the top. We've got one more round, starting with push-ups. Roll those shoulders out, and if you need it, roll those wrists out. Again, we've already seen all these movements, so we're gonna make adjustments based on what we need for round number 2. And we're moving in 3, 2, 1, and go. Starting from the top with those push-ups. Good, don't forget, we only have 30 minutes. So we wanna make sure we are using as much of this time as we can. Good, come on. Keep moving, keep moving. Keeping that core nice and tight. I don't wanna see any shoulders up here, any backs swaying. We are one line. In 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, you know the drill. Laying back on our stomachs, going to our second round of Supermans. Hands out in front. Tops of our feet glued to the floor. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Chest up off the ground. Looking good, looking good. Good, if you chose to hold for the entire 40 seconds, we are just over halfway, so keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Grab some water, get ready for that last round of low planks. How we doing? All right, doing good. I know I can't see or hear you, but I know you said you were doing good, so I'm not worried about it. All right, go ahead and get ready for that last round of low planks. We're moving in 3, 2, 1, and go. Backs are nice and flat. Go ahead and add that little bit of movement if we can. Good, we're halfway there. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and shake those arms out. I know they got some work there. All right, so for our last round, we're gonna be doing abs, cardio, and abs. So again, we're gonna be on our mat for the majority of this round. We are gonna start with a side plank. So what that's gonna look like, I'm gonna have my right elbow propped up, hand flat on the floor. We have a couple of choices here. So if we want to use our bottom leg as kind of like a kickstand, we can bend our bottom knee and then lift our hips up off the floor. That's our first option. Our second option is we can stack our feet on top of each other and lift our hips off the floor as well. And if you guys are feeling super strong, you can lift that other leg that's on top off of the other foot. That's up to you. I'm not going to be choosing that option today. But if you're feeling good enough for it, I highly encourage that you do it. For our second round, we're going to be doing mountain climbers. So in that high plank position, hands under our shoulders, we can either choose to march our feet out, or if we want to add a little bit more cardio to it, we can move our feet quickly. And then for our third round, you know what's coming. We're just going to roll over to our other side and do our other side plank, okay? So get ready. We're starting our very last circuit of the day. I know it's hard to believe it. So go ahead and prop up on whatever side you would like to start with. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, and go. Good, so putting our hand right in front of our shoulder. Good. The goal here is to keep our hips up, so we don't want our hips to sag at any point. Really important that we're pulling our belly button in on this one. helping us stay balanced in one straight line. Good, we're looking good, looking good. We got 15 seconds. We can do anything for 15 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and drop down. All right, going to our center for our mountain climbers, whichever version we would like to take. Either our slow march or our faster knees. Go ahead and get ready with me. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up in that high plank. Nice flat backs. I don't want to see any mountain climbers like this with butts in the air. So we're going to stay nice and flat. Once we feel comfortable in our position, maybe we can pick our feet up a little bit faster. Good, and don't forget, we can alternate between the two. So if you chose to go faster, maybe we're starting to lose our breath a little bit, we can march it out here. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, you know the drill. Just go ahead and roll over to your other side for that second round of side planks. Keeping our shoulder right over our elbow. In 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and pop up into that side plank, nice and strong. There you go. Now, if you're trying to watch that timer over my head, it's just gonna make the time longer. So think about something else. Maybe we're gonna have for lunch after this. We can think about the great thing we're choosing to do for our body today. Getting some movement in. We're in our last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and drop down. All right, one more time through our circuit. If you were thinking, I'm gonna save some energy for the very end, this is the very end. So whatever you were saving up for the end of class, this is the last time we are gonna go through a circuit, starting on our other side plank. Get ready, we're moving in 3, 2, 1, and go. Go ahead and pop up. Last time we're seeing this exercise, last 3 exercises we are seeing today. We're gonna finish as strong as we started. Good, we're already over halfway through this round. Good, stay nice and strong here. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and relax. All right, grab some water if you need it. We're going to our next round of mountain climbers. We feel great. We have conquered this entire class. We're gonna finish this last circuit like the strong people we are. Go ahead and get ready in that high plank. We're moving in 3, 2, 1, and go. We can choose that slow march if we'd like. Good, we're looking good. I know that we know to keep our butts down, but just as a reminder, if you feel your butt starting to creep in the air, we're gonna bring it down. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, last movement, roll over to the other side. This is it, last 40 seconds of work. I know we're, so let's prove it. Let's finish strong on this side. In 3, 2, 1, and pop that hip off the floor. Beautiful, beautiful. Keep breathing. I know if we just came from mountain climbers, maybe breathing a little bit hard. but let's make sure we don't hold our breath. Nice big inhales and exhales here. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and bring those hips down. Ladies and gentlemen, we have finished all of our working sets. Don't log out yet. Don't close out of the video. We still need to cool down and stretch, so go ahead and meet me in a standing position. Just like we did for our warm-up, let's start with some neck rolls to the front. And let's pause right here on our left side, feeling that stretch in our neck. Roll around to the front, other side, feeling that stretch in our neck. Beautiful. One more time. Roll to the opposite side. And back through. All right, let's go ahead and take one arm, cross it over our body. Now when we grab onto it, I'm not gonna grab onto my elbow. I'm either gonna grab above or below. So keeping my shoulder nice and relaxed. I'm gonna feel this in my shoulders and my tricep. We should be slowing our breathing down. So if our heart rate was high during that last round, nice big inhales and exhales, slowing our breath down, just getting it under control while we cool down. Go ahead and switch arms, same thing. Above or below our elbow, keeping our shoulder nice and relaxed, not all the way up by our ear. Good, let's go ahead and lock our fingers behind our back, and we're just gonna pull our arms down. And then if we can, do a little bit of a lift in the back. If not, just hang out here, wherever is comfortable. All right, let's do some leg stretches. So go ahead and put heel on the ground, toes up to the ceiling. Again, we saw this in our warm-up, but instead of alternating, we're just gonna hold this position, and we're either gonna grab onto our knee, our calf, our ankle, or our toes, whichever one is most accessible to us. You should feel this stretch in the back of your leg. And switch sides. Heel down, toes up. Reaching wherever we can hold on to. All right, let's go ahead and do our standing quad stretch. So we're gonna go ahead and grab onto our toes and point our knee down. So if, like me, you saw that I had a little bit of balance trouble, if you guys have something to hold onto in your house, feel free to do that. Or put your hand on your stomach. It'll help you find your center of gravity. Giving a little bit of a tug if we can to feel this in the top of our leg. And go ahead and switch sides, same thing. Grab onto the top of that foot, knee pointing the ceiling. Trying to bring our heel as far as we can into our glute. All right, and then our last one that we're gonna do, go ahead and cross one foot over the other. This is called a figure 4 stretch. We're just gonna sink down into this position. Again, if you have something you can grab onto, if you need help with balance, this helps stretch out your glute. And switch sides when you're ready. Ooh. And shake them out. All right, nicely done, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for interval training today. If you guys can, in the description box, we do have a survey that you can fill out, whether you are watching live or you're watching it in the future. Please take some time to fill that out. That lets us know how we can better serve you, make our classes better, and just help improve this experience for you. Make sure you join us for the rest of our live stream classes throughout the week. We are at the beginning of the week now, so we have plenty to choose from either today or further on in the week. And feel free to revisit these videos whenever you want a quick workout to get you through your day. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time.